Good morning. Happy 4th of July. I'm John Brunick from The Advocate. I'm here with Keelan Daly from Greenwich Time. It's about 5:30 in the morning on this 4th of July. We're still waiting for the sun to come up. You can see it coming up, but we're hoping to take advantage of low tide. We couldn't get into the park until it opened, but low tide this morning was about 4:10 a.m., and we're going to need it. We're hoping to get to Chupin Point, to about the tip, which is 4.5–5 miles from here.
I'm Keelan Daly, photographer, and we're just entering into the Cove Island Wildlife Sanctuary, which is a new, fairly recent development here. Used to be a stump dump, and now they've made it into this really beautiful sanctuary with butterfly garden and an orchard. Here we are. We just climbed over the rocks that you're looking at coming over there, and it was a challenge that was coming out of the Cove Island Sanctuary, and we've run into too many rocks to keep going over them, so we're going to cut through the water now.
We've made it to Caritas Island, which in my mind is one of the great stories and mysteries of Stamford. It's an isolated peninsula here. You can see a bridge, nice American flags down the road. I'm not sure if its current status. It had been at one point owned by the J.P. Morgan family, and also recently by the J.P. Morgan family, previously by the Rockefeller family.
This is Samantha and Murphy. And they swim as much as they can get away with it. At low tide, you can walk along there and then jump over a few rocks. The water goes through.
You all right?
No, I'm not.
My name is Christopher Boy. I'm from Denmark, visiting an aunt with the rest of my family here. And we have been swimming in the water in the morning, and it's very fresh, I would say, very salty compared to Danish water at least. Some degrees warmer than it is in Denmark, which is also very nice. So I really think the water is perfect.
But that pier was wiped out, I think it was about 2.5 years ago in a storm. And it's an important pier because that is the primary access for a lot of fishermen.
Right.
Who otherwise don't have shore access. This is a part of the city park system, but we've had approval from the Parks and Recreation Commission to clean up this area and plant it in as really as a bird habitat. And we're not using any herbicides. We're coming down here, we're digging these weeds out by hand so that we can get the native shrubs really established.
Every year, ALC Beach Association has a little parade for the kids. They dress up and they decorate their bikes and wagons, and we have a little breakfast down here, and they sort of parade around these 3 streets that belong to this beach. It's a private beach.
There were, I think, 3 or 4 large farms in Japan.
And this one's 87.
This is 1887. We're fairly certain. We can show you outside. It was actually kind of a funny story because we had no clue. There was nothing registered with the town or with the Historical Society.
Yeah.
It listed as 1910. Club over there, that would be the Woodway Beach Club area there. That's the one that burned down. They turned into the St. David Bluffs Association. This is a great house. This was about 3 houses down, and they tore it down. I mean, this is spectacular.
So it's almost 12:15 on this July 4th. Our car is parked up the street on Stamford Street. How do you think it went? About 7 hours after we started.
We did really well. Most of the places we attempted to go, we had access to. We never ran into any resistance really in terms of access, and so in that regard we did well, other than eventual high tide forcing us onto the road, but that wasn't...
I went into this series remembering a family story about my grandfather who used to eel fish off Long Island Sound waters and was once shot at by an unnamed, will go unnamed game show host. But on this Independence Day, we felt like people were, there was access. Everybody welcomed us. Stanford was very inviting.
A lot of readers.
Yeah.
A lot of people who are following
People
the series.
follow the series, made us feel good. And in the end, the only thing that denied us was the tides. About half a mile from here, we had to sort of surrender to the road and then we popped into a few backyards for views and vistas and interviews. But nothing but good things.
Yeah,
so,
it went well.
Happy 4th of July.
That's it. See ya.